You can have a great haircut, a solid watch, even expensive shoes. But if the collar of your shirt is wrong, you'll still look tired, older, and a bit out of touch. Most men over 50 have no idea how much a simple button-down collar is aging their face. Today, we fix that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which button-down collars make you look sharp and powerful, and which ones drag your face down and add 10 years. You'll learn how the height, roll, and stiffness of a collar can slim your neck, lift your jawline, and make you look more modern without screaming for attention. We're going to break down the details in a simple way you can use the next time you buy a shirt. Let's start with the biggest mistake most men over 50 never see coming: the collar that betrays your age. The most common shirt in a man's closet over 50 is a floppy, low button-down collar. You know the one: tiny collar points, no structure, and it collapses under a sweater or jacket. That collar makes your neck look thicker, your jawline softer, and your whole upper body less defined. It doesn't matter if the shirt is expensive. If the collar is weak, it weakens your presence. As we age, our neck and jaw lose a bit of sharpness. A low, flat collar sits too close to the body and offers no visual support to your face. It almost frames your features in a downward, sagging line. That's why you can put it on and feel off, even if you can't explain why. The collar is quietly aging you. On top of that, these flimsy collars rarely sit cleanly. They buckle under a blazer, they curl in strange ways, and they make the whole shirt look cheap. If you feel like your shirts never look crisp, even when ironed, the collar design is usually the culprit. You're not the problem. The shirt is. The good news is this is one of the easiest style problems to fix. You don't need a new wardrobe. You just need to start paying attention to the architecture of your button-down collars. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it. The power of a strong collar frame. Think of your collar as the frame for your face. If the frame is weak, the picture looks weaker. If the frame is strong, the picture looks important. A good button-down collar gives your face structure, presence, and energy. For men over 50, a slightly taller collar band is your best friend. That's the strip of fabric that wraps around your neck. When it's a bit higher, it visually lengthens your neck and supports the skin under your jaw. Suddenly, your face looks more lifted and defined. The role of the collar is just as important. On a great button-down, the collar doesn't lie flat and lifeless. It curves gently out and down from the neck, creating a soft arc. That roll gives you a relaxed, confident look while still looking intentional and sharp. This is why some men look incredible in a simple Oxford shirt and dark jeans. It's not magic. It's the collar. The right structure around the neck makes everything else you're wearing look more expensive and more refined. How collar height changes your face. Most men never think about collar height. They just button the shirt and go. But the height of your collar band can make your neck look shorter or longer, and can either hide or highlight the loose skin that shows up with age. If your collar band is too low, your shirt sinks into your neck. You'll notice extra fabric collapsing at the base of your throat. This makes your neck look heavier and draws attention to any sagging skin. It also makes your head look larger in proportion to your body. A slightly taller collar band does the opposite. It stands up cleanly around the neck, without digging in. It creates a clear, straight line that supports the jaw and visually tightens the area. You don't need a dramatic difference, just a few extra millimeters can change the whole effect. When you try on a button down, turn your head slowly in the mirror. If the collar stands up and follows your neck without collapsing or gaping, you're in the right zone. If it disappears under your chin or folds in on itself, that shirt will always make you look older. Leave it on the rack. The secret of the perfect collar roll. One of the most elegant details on a button-down shirt is the collar roll. That's the way the collar curves from the neck down to the collar points. On cheap or poorly designed shirts, the collar lies flat and lifeless. On a well-designed shirt, the roll has a natural, confident curve. For men over 50, this roll is especially powerful. A good roll gives your face a soft but strong frame. It avoids that bored straight look that can feel stiff and dated, while still keeping you far away from the floppy, collapsing collar that makes you look sloppy. When you button the collar and then unbutton it again, watch how it falls. If it springs back into a gentle curve, that's a good sign. If it just hangs there like wet paper, the collar has no life. No amount of ironing will fix that. This roll also matters under layers. Under a casual jacket, a proper button-down collar roll peeks out neatly and holds its shape. It gives your upper body a subtle sense of movement and strength. It's a small detail, but it's the difference between just another shirt and a shirt that makes you look quietly powerful. Button placement, the aging trap no one talks about. Button-down shirts live or die by the position of two things: the collar buttons and the top front button. Get those wrong, and your neck and chest can look wider, shorter, and heavier. Get them right, and you look taller and more athletic. If the collar buttons are placed too low on the collar points, the collar spreads out too wide. This exposes more of your upper chest and can make your neck look thicker. On an older face, that extra width makes everything look heavier. It's a subtle but very real aging effect. You also want to watch the height of the top front button. If it's too high, you feel choked when you button it and awkward when you don't. If it's too low, you show too much chest when you open the shirt, which can look a bit desperate or try hard on a mature man. Aim for a top button that sits comfortably below the collar band, so that when you leave one button open, you show just a clean, controlled V of skin. This creates a longer line from your face down your torso. That vertical line is slimming, modern, and very forgiving on a body that's changed over time. Fabric and collar. Why soft doesn't mean sloppy. As you get older, harsh, stiff fabrics can make you look rigid and uncomfortable. But going too soft can make you look messy and worn out. The trick is choosing fabrics that feel soft on the skin but still give the collar enough body to stand up. For casual button-downs, a good Oxford cloth is ideal. It has enough weight to support a strong collar, but it softens beautifully over time and feels relaxed, not stiff. On a man over 50, a well-broken-in Oxford with a strong collar roll looks confident and effortless. Not like he's trying to dress like his son. For slightly dressier shirts, a medium-weight poplin or twill works well. Too thin, and the collar collapses. Too thick, and it looks bulky and old-fashioned. You want the collar to feel substantial between your fingers, but not like cardboard. When you pick up a shirt, always pinch the collar between your thumb and finger. If it feels flimsy and limp, put it back. If it has a bit of structure but still bends easily, that's the sweet spot. Your neck will feel comfortable, and your face will look more defined. How to wear button-downs casually after 50. The button-down shirt is one of the best casual weapons for a man over 50. It's more refined than a t-shirt, but not as formal as a dress shirt. The key is choosing the right collar so you look relaxed, not sloppy or overdressed. For casual outfits, look for a slightly softer button-down collar with a good roll and a medium height. Think Oxford cloth in white, light blue, or a subtle stripe. Pair it with dark jeans or tailored chinos. The collar should stand up enough to frame your face, even when the top one or two buttons are open. Under a casual jacket, like a suede bomber or a simple field jacket, that collar becomes the focal point near your face. If it collapses, the whole outfit looks tired. If it stands and rolls correctly, you look sharp without trying too hard. It's quiet, mature confidence. Even on weekends, avoid the ultra-floppy button-downs that feel like pajamas. They might be comfortable, but they drag your whole look down. A well-built casual collar gives you the same comfort with 10 times the presence. You'll still feel like yourself, just a more refined version. When to skip the button-down collar. Button-down collars are fantastic for most casual and smart casual situations. But there are times when they can work against you. Knowing when to skip them is just as important as knowing how to wear them. If you're wearing a sharp, formal suit and a tie for a serious event, a classic non-button collar usually looks more elegant. Button-downs under a very formal suit can look slightly out of place. And on a mature man, that can read as confusion about dress codes. You want clarity, not doubt. However, for business casual, sport coats, and evenings out without a tie, a refined button-down collar is often the best choice. It keeps the look grounded and modern. You avoid the banker stiffness of a spread collar, while still looking polished and intentional. The rule is simple: the more serious and ceremonial the event, the less you rely on button-down collars. For everything else, from dinners to dates to casual meetings, a strong, well-designed button-down collar is your ally. It protects you from looking overdressed and from looking invisible. You've just seen how much power lives in a few inches of fabric around your neck. The wrong button-down collar can make you look older, heavier, and out of touch. The right one can lift your face, sharpen your jawline, and give you quiet authority, all without shouting for attention. Next time you pick up a shirt, don't just look at the color or the price.